Are you struggling with code splitting in your React app? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into a common issue that many developers face when importing vendor libraries. I totally get it. It can be really frustrating when you think you've got code splitting figured out, only to find that vendor libraries are being loaded multiple times. This is a common concern for many developers using Create React App. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user mentioned that after implementing code splitting, both their homepage and About page are loading the entire styled components package in every chunk. Why is this happening? So, what's going on here? When you import a library like styled components in multiple chunks, you might expect it to be bundled into a single chunk. However, this isn't always the case, especially with certain configurations in Create React App. Stick around, because by the end of this video, I'll share a pro tip that can help you optimize your code splitting strategy and avoid loading vendors multiple times. To prevent loading vendor libraries multiple times, the user should first ensure that they are using a shared chunk for common dependencies. This can be achieved by configuring Webpack's optimization settings. Next, the user should modify the Webpack configuration to include the split chunks option. This allows Webpack to identify and separate shared modules into their own chunk. After setting up the split chunks configuration, the user should ensure that their imports are structured correctly. This means importing shared libraries in a way that allows Webpack to recognize them as common dependencies. Finally, the user can build their application and check the output. They should see that the vendor libraries are now included in a separate chunk, reducing redundancy. Fun fact: did you know that the concept of code splitting was inspired by the way we package and deliver software? Just like how we want our apps to be efficient, we want our code to be too. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution provided by another user highlights the importance of using Webpack Require Weak ID. Instead of simply importing your components, you should include this function to ensure that your vendor libraries are loaded only once. Here's the pro tip I promised. Regularly review your imports and ensure that shared libraries are only imported once at the top level of your application. This simple habit can save you a lot of loading time. And there you have it. By following these steps, you should be able to prevent loading vendor libraries multiple times in your React app. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks.